fans, Black Friday has come early this year, and we're ripping up our prices for a limited time only. Get the heaviest hitting deal of the year. Save up to 33% on all plans and stack up your fight calendar with over 150 fights a year. Live on The Zone.
What a fight we have here in our main event.
And then enjoy a knockout November schedule. Subscribe before November 29th. Sign up at thezone.com/box.
A lot of news dropping. Naoya Inoue signs a massive deal with Riyadh season. This is from boxingnews24.com. It says here, Naoya Inoue has reportedly signed a massive, this is in dollars, $19.7 million sponsorship deal. I mean, that's some sponsorship deal. That's some sponsorship deal. I mean, god damn. With Riyadh season, the undisputed super bantamweight champion Inoue, 28 25 knockouts, could end up in some interesting fights if His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh can encourage him. Yahoo Japan is reporting the signing of the 31-year-old who signed a lucrative deal with Turki Al Sheikh. Inoue is scheduled to defend his undisputed championship against Sam Goodman on December the 24th in Tokyo. We're all looking forward to that, definitely. I think that Inoue is absolutely tremendous in a sense of he's undisputed champion. He could move up. He's sticking around to defending his title. He's not sitting on it. He's just, fighting. He fought Boxing Day last year. He fought Neri in May. He fought Doheny in September. And now he's fighting. So that's 4 fights in the calendar year. That's pretty good going for someone of his stature, who in his native Japan is a massive star. Is probably making. That's why I look at that and I say, he's probably making maybe not that amount of money, but he's probably living like a king in Japan with some of the money he's getting from the shows he's putting on, and yet he still has the appetite to keep going. It's incredible. Turkey will want to put together great fights, and it would be excellent if he could choose the top fighters from 126, 130, and 135 for Inoue to fight. I'm just gonna carry on here, right? Inoue is the best and strongest boxer of all time. Is he really? I wouldn't go that far. Al Sheikh said in a statement, he has a keen interest in Japan and the Japanese market. I hope he will become a good and important ambassador for Saudi Arabia and Riyadh season. Inoue needs to take risky fights, but he's always been doing that. Turkey hasn't said whether Inoue will be competing on his cards in Riyadh, but that he would, but that would be why he would sign him to a lucrative deal. Yeah, you'd have to imagine. Inoue's defending his titles. Okay, we see it all there. Is there anything else there? His Excellence needs to put Inoue in a situation where he won't be the favourite, which will be against Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Davis, and Vasily Lomachenko. It's not good enough for Inoue to fight Nakatani. Who said this? It's not good enough for Inoue to fight Nakatani. Oh, this is the first time I'm reading this. So the more I'm reading this, the more I'm kind of, oh boy, the more I'm going to pick this apart. Inoue will be the favourite in that fight too, and it won't get fans excited outside of Japan. I mean, most fans, the proper fans, are very excited about that fight. I say throw Inoue in with Tank, Shakur, and Loma, and let's see how he does against his fight. I'm assuming this is the writer or the order of this. I'm hoping it's not Turkey himself saying this. Right. Let's just dissect this. So, Inoue is essentially going to be is sponsored by Riyadh season. A hell of a sponsorship, nearly 20 mil. It's crazy. Now, Turki Al Sheikh speaking very highly of Naoya Inoue. Of course, you would imagine that. Inoue was a bit like Canelo in a sense of they were kind of two fighters who in their respective countries, obviously Canelo would be more Mexico and America, but in their respective demographics of the world, they were so big that they didn't actually need the Saudis intervening or anything like that. They were happy doing what they were doing. But it will be interesting to see Inoue on some of these shows. He has, for the people who say, well, he needs to fight in America. He had 3 fights in America. He won against Jason Maloney. He'd won in 2021, and then he fought on the Superfly show HBO did back in the day. It was a great show. I think they did that in the StubHub in Carson, California. I think that's where they did it. And Inoue fought, I remember that card very well. It was Juan Francisco Estrada versus Carlos Cuadras 1. That was a great fight. And I think Inoue fought either before them or just after. And that was headlined by Chocolatito versus Rumvasai 2. We all remember that. Never forget it. I didn't know the result the morning I woke up, and oh boy, I'll never forget that knockout. I will never forget that knockout. Great show, by the way. Those Superfly shows where they were incredible when HBO did them. That was near the end of HBO, and they were some brilliant shows. They really were. But Inoue's been outside Japan. He obviously fought in Glasgow, Scotland, part of the World Boxing Super Series against Manuel Rodriguez. That was he made short work of him. That was vicious. That was a really, really vicious performance by Naoya Inoue. So Naoya Inoue, we all know he's an exciting fighter. We all enjoy watching him. He's one of my favorite fighters. It's not just that he's exciting. He's tremendously talented. He's got speed. He's got balance. He's got ability. He's got punching power. I don't want to say he's chinny, because the times he's been hurt in his career, they've been hurt by really good shots, by big punchers underneath the Nair and Lewis Neary. But it's the calmness he shows. You know, a lot of times with these big punchers, when they're in a situation, when they're under fire, a lot of them really don't know what to do. Inoue is so calm. Honestly, he is a joy to watch. He really, truly is. That's why I always enjoy watching him. I always try and watch his fights live. They are on at a good time in Ireland and the UK, but obviously it's weekdays, so it's not ideal if you're working a day job. But Inoue potentially, and you would imagine with Turki Al-Sheikh, he wouldn't sign Inoue into one of these kind of sponsorships, ambassador deals, if he didn't plan on having him featured on some of these shows. But reading what Boxing News 24 was talking about there, you know, Inoue is, and I said this in the video, he doesn't appear to be the biggest super bantamweight in the world. I'm not saying he's necessarily small or he's undersized at that weight, but he's not the biggest. Why on earth are you suggesting he go to 135? I think 126 might even be his limit. You're suggesting he goes featherweight, super feather, lightweight. For what exactly? So he won't be the favourite? That makes no sense. What's wrong with him versus Nick Ball at 126 pounds on a Riyadh show? What's wrong with that? I don't see the problem with that. But no, I don't think why should he be fighting guys 2-3 weight divisions above him? Oh, because what? Do you think it's going to be too easy for him at his respective weight? Well, that's his weight. That's why weight divisions are there. You know, I mean, that's absolutely insanity. You know, it really is. I never understand that when someone is good, and it's not like he's beating bad fighters. You know, he's making good. Lewis Neary is a good fighter. He's making good fighters look average. If you look at the punch stats, punchers or fighters who fight Inoue, their punch stat drops dramatically because they're trying to not get hit and trying to just be competitive with this guy. It's incredible, really. So Inoue with Riyadh season, I think that's going to be a big move. I think that's going to be a big, I don't like to use the word, but it could potentially be a big game changer for Riyadh season moving forward. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the video, people. Smash the like button if you could, and subscribe, of course. As always, if you haven't already, until next time, people, which won't be long. Peace.